In this video, I'll be demonstrating step by step your waterfall book assignment. The purpose of this assignment is that you learn and use the elements and principles of art. For this project, you will be needing black paper, white paper, scissors or an X-Acto knife, cutting board if you are using an X-Acto knife, ruler, pencil, glue, any medium of your choice, string, and mat board. Part 1. Use the ruler to measure and cut 6 squares 5.5 inches times 5.5 inches out of the black paper. Use the ruler to measure and cut 11 squares 5 inches by 5 inches out of the white paper. Position the white squares in the center of the black squares and glue them. Repeat the process on the other side of the black squares. Draw one element on one side of the squares and one principle on the other side of every square using the medium of your choice. You must use at least 3 different mediums. Make sure to write the definition within the composition. At least half of your designs must be realistic and they must demonstrate space. How do you do this? You can make shapes overlap, you can add shading to the shapes, you can establish a middle ground, front ground, and background. Okay, now that you have your designs, let's start the construction of the book. So for this, we go to part 2. Measure and cut a 5.5 by 20 black rectangle. Measure 5.5 inches from one of the side of the black rectangle and make a line. With the ruler, measure and make 6 lines 1/2 inch apart, starting after the previous mark you made. With the help of a ruler, fold all of the marks. Make sure you fold them really well. Any direction, both directions if you can. You can use your fingers, the ruler, the edge of the table, but make sure it's really well folded. Glue all the squares on the 1/2 inch spaces. Make sure all of the elements are facing the same direction and all of the principles are facing the other direction. Allow your book to dry. This is very important. Let it dry. And finally, the last part of your instructions. You will cut a 9.5 by 5.5 inch rectangle out of the black paper. You will put this rectangle on the side. We will use it later. Now you have folded the extra paper of your book back. Now that extra paper is the last page. So you will make 2 holes on the back of the book and you will tie and glue a string. Now you will glue the 9.5 by 5.5 on the back of your book for support. You will cut an 11.5 by 3 rectangle out of the black paper. You will fold it around the last page after your design towards the back of the book. Glue only the middle of the rectangle to the last page towards the back. Now, so it looks nice, you will glue your last design page, the back that doesn't have any designs. You will glue that page to the last page. Then fold it towards the back and glue the ends together. Do not, listen to this very carefully, do not glue the 8 by 3 rectangle directly on the back of the book because this will make it not function. Cut the mat board to the same size or slightly larger than your book and glue the book on the mat board, gluing only the 8 by 3 strip to the mat board. Do not put glue all over the back of your book, only on the strip, because we need movement. When everything's dry, test it out by pulling on the string or leftover paper. And you are finally done with your book. I know you will all get an A++. Good luck.